In today's video, I am going to install a Tesla factory-looking swivel mount kit on my Tesla Model 3. This kit is also applicable for Tesla Model Y. If you have been following my channel for a while, you know that not too long ago I installed a swivel mount on my Tesla Model 3. Well, the mount was really great. It allowed me to swivel my screen left to right. There are certain components I did not like about that mount. And you all suggested that I look for an alternate swivel mount kit that looks more of a OEM factory looking one. So that is why we are here today. I'm going to be showing you this really cool swivel mount kit, how to install it step by step. In addition to not having that velcro leather sleeve, this kit has a very low profile and fairly straightforward to install. Let me show you step-by-step instructions on how to install this kit, and I'll end the video with my honest review and talk about things like warranty. I really like that the kit comes with almost all the tools you need for this installation. You do need your own Torx 25 or 30 bit for your installation. More on that later. However, if you prefer to use your own tools, here's what you need. A plastic pry tool, 10mm socket and wrench, Torx 30-bit or 25-bit depending on your vehicle, a Phillips head screwdriver, and a H5 hex bit. To begin the installation, first put your car into the screen cleaning mode. I cannot stress this enough that simply powering off the screen will get you in trouble with this installation. The screen cleaning mode ensures you don't accidentally open the front or control your car unintentionally. Reach under the screen and use a pry tool to remove the temperature sensor bracket. You will have to insert the pry tool on the middle opening and go left and right to undo the clips holding the bracket. Take your time with this to not break the bracket. Now remove the temperature sensor connection by simply pulling on it. Grab the very end of the cable connection and gently pull it out. We'll come back to the temperature sensor later. Grab a 10mm socket wrench and undo the two socket screws holding the screen. I found the short 10mm tool that came with the kit to be quite handy. The sockets could be very tight, so take your time and you might need some force. Once you remove both the screws, put them away safely as we'll need those in a minute. Now we are ready to pull the screen out. You just have to wiggle it and gently pull on the screen. Take a lot of time with this as you don't want to force pull the screen. Make sure you have a microfiber cloth on the center console to place your screen. When the screen comes out, simply place the screen facing down on the center console on top of the microfiber cloth. Now we are going to remove this bracket from the back of the screen. There are two Torx 30 screws holding the bracket down. I have heard that some Model 3s have Torx 25 screws, so check to make sure which one you have. This is where you need your own tool as the one they sent doesn't fit. Just remove those two screws and lift off the bracket. Safely put away those screws as we'll need them shortly. To remove the screen wire, first we need to pull this white bracket up. Use your fingers to expand the white bracket and you can slide it up. To remove the main screen connector, we need to pinch on this mechanism on the screen and gently pull on the cable harness. You can also use a flathead screwdriver to push this little tab while holding on the cable. Take some time with this and do not force this out. Once the cable comes out, we can put away the top bracket as we not be needing this for this new install. We are now ready to install the new kit. Let's start by installing the swivel mount bracket. Just slide this metal bracket into the two metal inlets from where we took the screen out from. We're going to install the two 10mm socket screws we took out earlier. First, hand tighten those socket screws and you will have to rotate the mount slightly on each direction to install those socket screws. The mount is pretty stiff, so you might have to apply some force. First, tighten the mount using the tool that came with the kit. Then I would highly recommend using a ratchet wrench to further tighten those screws. You want to make sure the kit does not shake or move at all. Now grab the plastic mount cover and insert it vertically through the mount. This for me was the easiest way to insert the cover. Don't forget to insert the wires through this cover. Once the cover is in, we need to secure the cover by pressing on these plastic tabs under the dash and on all side panels. This is another step where I would recommend taking a lot of time to not break any of those plastic clips. At the end, it should flush pretty well with the dash and side panels. Let's finish installing components for the screen. First, insert the main screen connector through this plastic cover. Keep the temperature sensor out of the cover. Now install the screen cable by simply aligning to the back connector and pushing in it. Don't forget to install the white plastic connector that serves as a protection for that connection. Slide the back cover plate and align in place. We need to install the 2 Torx 30 screws that we took out earlier. Install those screws and make sure they are tightly in place. Make sure the big opening is facing towards the top of the screen and the small circular cut is facing on the bottom of the main screen for the main screen connection. To install the screen, just slide it into the metal swivel bracket we installed earlier. Remember, the screen goes slightly tilted facing towards you. It should align well with the middle tab and everything should fit and the screen should stay intact quite well. If you have found this video helpful so far, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. I really appreciate your support. Now we need to grab those hex screws that came with the kit. You can use the tool that came with the kit or use a H5 hex bit to secure those screws. Make sure they are tight to ensure the screen won't fall off. We are almost done, just a few more steps. We need to remove the temperature sensor from the original bracket. There are no screws here, so just pull on the side of the tab and rotate the sensor. You might have to pull gently on the tab on the other side of the sensor as well. They send you 2 brackets for various Tesla models. If you have a newer Tesla Model 3 or Model Y, you will need the left one with the holes. If you have an older model like mine, you will need the right one. Simply insert the temperature sensor in the hole and we'll secure it using the 2 Phillips head screws that came with the kit. Tighten those screws to make sure the temperature sensor will stay in place. To install the sensor, we simply have to plug it into the original cable, exactly how we took it out earlier. We can simply slide the temperature sensor cover bracket. Take some time with this step to ensure the bracket goes in nicely. It should look like this at the end, nice and flushed. Now for the last step. Take this piece with a little circular cut out and remove the adhesive sticker from the back. Insert it into the space above the main cable. This is just an additional protection for the cable. It should look like this after your installation of the piece. So here is my take on the swivel mount kit. Let's start with the good and then let's move on to the things that I don't love about this mount, and then I'll end with some of the numbers and figures and talk about warranty. The installation was straightforward. The parts fit well and I didn't run into any issues. The swivel looks very OEM, as if it came from the factory, and is a very minimal looking design. I like seeing the screen pointed towards me for better visibility of especially maps and other car data. Mount is stiff and won't wobble even going through puddles. It requires some force, but at the same time not too much force. If I am on a road trip and if my passenger wants to sleep at night, well, not having to see all the lights coming from the main screen, now I have a way to take some of that light away by pointing the screen towards me. So that is another great benefit that I find with swiveling mount kit. There has been some rumors of sightings of Model S Plaid with a swiveling mount kit, such as the one that I installed today that had factory plates on that car. So Tesla is potentially headed into this direction of having a tilting, rotating main screen because they realize that there is added benefit to the user. So this kit is pretty much spot on in terms of providing those benefits, me able to see the screen a little bit better, and just having that flexibility of being, having that screen tilt whichever direction that I want. Now on to some suggestions for the manufacturer for future product improvement. I don't like how that main screen cable is exposed and there is not a lot of support for that cable. However, I do have to say that while I'm tilting the screen, the cable doesn't move too much. So I don't think it is putting a lot of strain on the cable, but I would have loved to have some sort of a cover or added protection for that cable. Another thing is that it's not like I'm gonna be tilting this screen every single day. Once I find my sweet spot, I'm just gonna leave the screen at that spot and just have it be there, unless I'm showing off to my friends and families how cool my car is that it has a tilting screen. I wish that Torx 30 bit was a little bit longer so it would be actually useful. I already let the manufacturer know that they need to work on that to send a better tool so that it actually works for the installation. Finally, I wish the cover plate was not plastic and I wish it was a metal. I know that it complements the car's interior and is, aesthetically pleasing, but it still is plastic. And, I even managed to scratch a little bit while doing the installation. So for future product development, I hope they figure out maybe a better quality plastic or a metal for that cover. Based on my previous videos, I'm anticipating these questions to come up after you watch the video. So let's talk about those. How much lower is this new screen? So this new screen, the swiveling mount screen, is about 1.5 inches lower than the original OEM screen mounting location. So it is going to be slightly lower for you. And it is also tilted back about 9 degrees so that it is facing more towards the driver or the passenger. So 1.5 inch lower, 9-degree tilt. This swivel can go 30 degrees left or right. So it is in the center position. It can rotate 30 degrees towards the left and then 30 degrees towards the right. One of the biggest questions I get on all of these crazy installations that I do is, will it void my warranty if I install this swiveling mount kit? And that is a very touchy subject, and a lot of you have inquired about that question. And according to the FTC's website, it says that Tesla cannot void my warranty simply because I install an aftermarket accessory like this one. However, if my installation or this part causes damage to any Tesla OEM parts, then Tesla can void my warranty for that part and make me pay for the repairs. So just keep that in mind. There's not a concrete rule about what voids the warranty or whatnot. And if you do not feel comfortable having this swivel mount while you take your car to the Tesla service center, I would recommend you remove the swivel mount kit and then take your car to the service. But I have to tell you that I have been to Tesla service centers multiple times with some crazy installations done, such as the CarPlay screen, the other screen. I have done my lights, the front. I have been to service center with all of those modifications, and I have never had any issues, or the Tesla service rep never told me, my warranty has been voided because of those installations. But do this at your own risk. My videos are here to guide you on how to install those, but ultimately it is up to you what you feel comfortable. And any modifications to your car is definitely risky. I'm sure I missed a few things on this installation and review, so if you have any questions about the installation, the product, any questions in general about Tesla, please do me a favor, leave your comment on the comment section, reach out to me in my email, Instagram, Facebook, and just let me know what questions you have, and I'll try my best to get to your questions and answer your questions. Don't forget that I have a special discount code in the description below as well as in the pinned comment. So if you're going to check this product out, please use the discount code. Thank you very much for your continued support to the channel. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. I really, really appreciate all the support, all your engagement to my videos. I will be back with another really cool installation in the near future. Thank you very much. Namaste.